Hello, you are welcome to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to cut this beautiful top you are watching on the screen right now. I'll be showing you in details of how I cut it. Then I'll be posting another tutorial of how I sew it. But in this particular tutorial, I'll be showing you how I cut it from beginning to the end. So if you are interested in this kind of tutorial, stay back and watch this tutorial with me from beginning to the end. If today is your first time of watching my channel, you are welcome. If you are a return subscriber, you are welcome as well. So if today is the first time of watching my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I posted a new tutorial. Without wasting much of our time, let's get into the tutorial.
We are cutting a normal top. So the top is going to have smoking at the half length here. There's going to be smoking at the half length of the top. So this is the fabric I already cut out. What I have here on fold, I have 12.5 here on fold plus zipper allowance plus the zip allowance, which is 1 inches for the zip allowance, which is 1 inches. So this is this is for the zip allowance. So I'm just trying to mark that out. So this is for the zip allowance. This is the back body. So I'm going to place the front body on it. Here is the front body. So I just fold both. I just fold it into two. This is what we have. So, and this is my zip allowance. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and take my normal measurements. So I'll take the shoulder measurement. The person's shoulder is 15. This is our shoulder plus sewing allowance of ½ inch. So everything I have here is 8. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my 8 here. I'll go ahead and mark the 8 then I'll go ahead and mark the same thing at this part. I'll go ahead and mark it here as well. And you see, this is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to do is to place my French cuff and just to do my armhole circumference here. So this is it. This for the armhole circumference. Then I'll go ahead and take the person measurement. The person bust measurement is 36. These are bust measurement of 36 plus 2 inch sewing allowance. Can you see that? Then I'll go ahead and mark the person half length. Our half length is 14. So I'm going to use my ruler to rule the person half length out. So this is the person half length here. Then from this exact place that I mark the half length, I'm going to mark the person waist measurement. Our waist is 28. 28 divided by 4 will give us 7. Why do I say divided by 4? If you calculate this, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fabric is folded into 4. The fabric is folded into 4. So that's why we are dividing it by 4. So I'm going to plus 2 inch here for the sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead. I'll come here. Now, how do you get the down part of your top? Is hip divided by 4. Your hip, what is the person hip? We said the person hip is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. So this is 9. The person hip divided by 4 plus your normal sewing allowance. So this is what we have. So what we are going to do now is to just connect these lines. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this to this. Can you see? Then let's say if you want to leave your top like this, you are free to do that. And if you want your top, if you want your top to have little design, you can just mark from this down part here. You can just mark 2 inches inward like this. Then you use your hand or your French cuff just to do your just to do shape here at this down part. I hope you are getting it. Then I'll come to the neckline. So for the neckline, I'll be using 3.5 for the front neckline, 3.5 by back to the neckline. So for the neckline, I'm using 3.5 3.5 by 3.5. I will not use 3. 3.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to connect this neckline just like this. Then I'll come to the shoulder slope and mark out my shoulder slope of ½ inch and quarter. I'm not using 1. I'm using ½ inch and quarter here. Then for the back neckline, I'll be using 7.5. For the depth of the neckline, I'll be using 7.5 by 3.5. 7.5 by 3.5. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So let me first cut the front neckline. Let me first cut this. Now back to this one. The first, okay. Let me first do it like this. So this is it. This is what we have right now. Can you see? This is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to do now, as it is now, I'm not using lining. I'm not using any lining. So I'll just go ahead. And I will go ahead and join the shoulder. I'm going to join the shoulder here. I'm going to repeat the same thing here as well. I'll join the shoulder of both. I'll join the shoulder. Then I'm going to hold it at the side with ½ of an inch because I'm going to be putting smoking thread in the middle. So I will just go ahead and join it with ½ of an inch here. I will join it with ½ of an inch at this part as well. Then I'm going to use bias. I'm going to use bias to turn the neckline. No, I'm not using bias to turn the neckline, sorry, because I'm going to be putting what is it? The neckline is going to have cape. The neckline is going to have cape. So what I'm going to do, first of all, let me join the shoulder, both shoulder and the side. Then I'll go ahead. After joining it, I'm going to mark out I will measure the neckline so that I will know how much I'll be cutting for this. One. So I'll show you when I'm done doing that. Awesome. Like this. So this is my fabric. Here's my fabric. Let me open the fabric and fold it so that you see how I fold it. This is it. So I just fold it into two like this. After folding it like this, then the next thing I do is to fold it like this. So this one now, what I have here is going to give me two basic sleeve. So what I have here will give me two basic sleeve as it is now. So this is it. So I just trim off the excess inside. So the next thing I'm going to do now, first and foremost, I'm going to, if you want to cut a puff sleeve, if you want your puff to just stand without you trying to adjust it, first of all, measure 4 from this part. Measure your 4 inches from here. So this 4 inches, just pause it. I measure 4 like this. So this 4 now, just leave this 4 aside. Just leave the 4 aside and cut your normal basic sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead from this part, this place. The person's sleeve band is 11. Our sleeve band is 11 because this is now let me explain this so that you guys will not be convinced. Here, the person full length is 12. This is the person full length. The person 3/4 length is 12. So this is the person full length. Then I added 2 inches for folding allowance at the down part. I'm going to fold this 2 inches. Then I added 4 inches here for the puff allowance, let me say puff allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the person round sleeve, which is 11. So this is the person round sleeve, 11. Then I'm going to plus 1 inch, 1.5 for sewing allowance. This is 1.5. Then I'll come down from here. Look at it. Don't, not from here, from this side. I'll come down with 4 inches from this place. That's where I'm going to do my round sleeve shape. So I'll just do it like this. Can you see that? Then I'll go ahead and connect this like this. I'll connect this like this. Now, one thing I would like to explain is this place now. I have, what do I have here? Everything here is 7 inches. Now, if you come up, this, how many inches is here? 2.25. Let's say 2.25. If you measure the 2.25 like this, measure what is here. What do I have here? 8. And this place is 7. So by the time you fold it up, it will be short. So I'm going to add this back so that by the time I fold it, can you see? I will try and explain this place so that you will get it. I will try and explain this place by the time I cut it out so that you will get the reason why I do it like this. Naturally, I supposed to cut it like this, but if I cut it like this, by the time I'm folding it, it will not be the same thing. So that's why I have to like shift it to the other side, add little to it. So the next thing I'm going to do now, from this place, don't forget that we said this place is puff sleeve. No, pause it. So now back to this place now. Back to this place. I'm going to measure 4.5 here. 4.5 here. You can decide to use 4. I can use 4. I can decide to use 4 here. So this is for my this is for the puff. This is for the puff that I'm going to add. Just see. So I just want to use free hand to do it. I just want to use my free hand to do it. Can you see? This is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and cut it out. So this is what we have at this part. Now back to this place that I was explaining earlier. This place now. So this place now, what you are going to do, you know, naturally this is your basic, this is supposed to be your basic sleeve. So just to get, so I'm going to measure this round. What do I have here? I have 11. Then now let me measure this one. What do I have here? I have 14. 14 here. Why my normal sleeve is supposed to be 11? That means that, so this is it. So I'm going to just notch 3 out of it. So is this 3, that the 3 that is extra, that I'm going to use to take the pleats, the puff sleeve here. I hope you are getting it. So this is going to be my normal, this is going to be my normal round sleeve. Then back to this one that I explained earlier. Look at this. This is what I was saying that time, that if I decide to cut, what is here, this is it. By the time I do it like this, it will not be enough. You understand? It will not be enough. So when cutting it, when you get to the measurement, just come out a little bit when you are cutting it. Then, like what I said, this is where we notch. So it is this place that we notch that we are going to take our puff. So automatically it's going to stand on its own. Then I'll be showing you guys how I'm going to sew it on the fabric, on the main fabric. Pause it.